2024 general election right around the corner. State lawmakers are weighing measures to secure the process here in Connecticut. News 8 political contributor Mike Cerulli is at the state capitol with that story.
Ballot fraud and threats against elections officials are the focus of two new pieces of legislation. Both proposed bills aim to increase trust and participation during a contentious election year. Incidents of graphic threats to the workers on the front lines of American democracy are spurring action in the legislature.
There's an election worker in Arizona who was told that her brain matter was going to be splattered on the sidewalk and there was going to be a mass shooting of poll workers. And there have been threats around the country.
Two leading Democrats rolled out a proposal today that would shield the personal information of election workers, impose harsh penalties on those who threaten them, and ban the carrying of guns near critical voting infrastructure. A leading Republican agreed on the goals of the bill, in part.
It is important, and I want to make sure there are protections in place. The provision that they put in the bill about no firearms within 1,000 feet, I think is kind of overreaching, though.
Republicans also put forth their own bill on ballot fraud, a response to widespread evidence of misconduct in Bridgeport's mayoral election. The bill would impose mandatory jail time for offenders.
Despite the fact that there have been, several dozen people convicted of election fraud over the last several decades, no one has ever served any jail time.
But Democrats are readying their own sweeping proposal on election integrity. Their bill beefs up enforcement of existing laws and creates a new entity to step in to oversee local elections when deemed necessary by the state.
It is quite robust, I believe, in addressing the issues that we saw arise in Bridgeport, and frankly that people are concerned about more generally.
And we want to make sure that if there are in fact bad actors who have a history of going outside of the law, that they're not in charge of elections any longer.
The Democratic proposals are expected to get a public hearing next week. Reporting at the state capitol, I'm Mike Cerulli, News 8.